Hi, hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and I'm doing a no buy year. If you're into that kind of thing, subscribe, stick around. I'd love to have you. I'm just gonna jump right in. Today I want to talk about new makeup releases and sort of give my opinions on stuff. I won't be buying anything because it's my no buy year, but there are a couple of things that if I wasn't on a no buy year, I probably would be buying. So let's talk about that. I am using the Instagram account Trend Mood 1. So thank you for existing and providing all of the updates on new makeup releases. I am just going to start at the most recent post and keep going. I haven't fully looked at these apart from when they show up in my feed. So let's just start. First up is this e.l.f. Berry Hot Drop Set. Looks pink. If I'm noticing anything with the new releases, it's that everything tends to be pink. It's a lot of pink, so that's what this is. I haven't had any of e.l.f.'s eyeshadows in their, like, the new packaging that they seem to be going with is like a clear colored plastic, which I feel like those have been looking quite cool. I have so much eyeshadow and I don't know that e.l.f. is where I would go to be looking for new eyeshadow, although I've heard, like, the little bite-size e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes, I've heard lots of people say great things about them, so okay, but it is just pink. I guess if you have a thing for strawberries, I don't know, cute packaging. Moving on. Anastasia Beverly Hills, a lengthening and volumizing mascara. Okay, mascaras that I use need to be waterproof or else I can only use them as like a topping mascara, so I'm not interested. Natasha nah. Alright, a little 5 shade. Is it one of the minis? It must be because it's only $27. It's called the Starlet palette. Looks pink. The two shiny shades in there though, those are kind of intriguing. They kind of look like they might be the like wet shine topper type, or at least the super pale one, so if that's the case, kind of interested. I feel like we haven't seen that formula from her in quite a while, so it looks cute and pink. Armani perfume, okay. Juvias Place cream bronzer, pretty typical packaging of all the other things. A little pot with a screw cap. That looks pretty good. The lightest shade looks like it would probably be light enough for me. I've only ever used Juvia's Place eyeshadows. I have a couple of their eyeshadow palettes and I haven't used them very much and I don't tend to reach for them. But that's kind of a brand that I am intrigued to try more things from them. I kind of feel like there was maybe a controversy with them in the past. How are we feeling about Juvia's Place? Is it a brand that we're okay with? I don't know. Alright, YSL holiday season 2023. We're already thinking about Christmas. Ooh, the embossing in that eyeshadow palette though, that looks really cool. The like snowflakes and just the packaging in general, it's like white with marbled gold throughout it. That looks pretty cool. I have YSL eyeshadow palettes from like years ago, so they aren't quads. I think, are they technically quints? Oh, okay, they're quints. And it's kind of like a basic high-end formula. They're shimmery, they blend. I feel like they're meant for kind of just people who want the not trying too hard look. So it's okay. I haven't tried their new formula since they've gone to like quads, but the packaging looks really nice for that. Gennaro, Rio de Janeiro, whatever that brand is. I had the deodorant in the yellow, is that like their original scent? I don't know. Well, first of all, it was like a natural deodorant, so let's be honest, it didn't work, and the scent wasn't real great at covering up body odor. And after a while, it kind of just gave me a headache, so I haven't smelled any of the other scents, but I'm just imagining how pungent they probably are. Like sweet, like super sweet, like basically smelling like a candy store. So I don't know, if you're into that kind of thing, go for it. Tom Ford holiday collection, more pink pinks and purples, mauves. I have some Tom Ford quads. They're okay, not my favorite, but I keep them around just to have them. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury collaborating with Disney 100. What's that for? 100 years of Disney? Is that what it is? From what I can tell, none of the products are new. There's nothing new. It's just packaging. They threw Tinkerbell on some of the packaging, which, like, come on, did we not learn from Pat McGrath when she did the latest Star Wars palette, but all it was basically slapping a sticker on a huge backlog that didn't sell, so they chose one palette they just had like a shat ton of and threw a sticker on it and called it a Star Wars collaboration. I'm not impressed. I think it's kind of just a money grab, right? Nothing looks new, they just threw Tinkerbell on it. Fenty releasing new shades of the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. I have a few shades of that blush and I think it's an okay formula. It already has a bunch of colors, so I think it's great that they're expanding the shade range. Let's see, a peach face, raisin, standards, Riri, big melons, and pinky promise. They all look great. Prada is coming out with a makeup line. Those eyeshadow palettes, wowzers, they made some choices on those color stories. I think that's great. I think luxury makeup brands, as I was just talking about, the YSL and even Tom Ford, tend to stick with really neutral color stories that pretty much anyone can use, and it basically kind of just all looks the same on the eye. But like, that's obviously something that some people are looking for. I think the market that they are appealing to, that's what they're looking for. Prada took a whole left turn in terms of luxury eyeshadows. Good on them. Those look crazy. So there's like pink with green. So basically each one looks kind of neutral, and then they each just have like a pop of a color. So one has like a bright green, bright red, bright purple, a really bright goldy yellow mustard looking, a super bright light blue, and then a super bright pink. I think those are super interesting looking. And lipsticks, I'm not a huge lipstick wearer, so like I don't really care about that, but a foundation, and is that it? Foundation, eyeshadow, and lipstick? Oh, and skincare. Okay, good on you, Prada. Good for you. Here it is, the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I really like the stretch concealer. I have it on my face today. This makeup look I actually filmed a video for, so it'll probably be going up after this one, but I'll link it in the description so you can go check it out if it's already come out. Glossier releasing a foundation, and they are expanding the shade range to 32 shades. How many are there now? I guess I have G11 and G12 of the concealer, so they only have 12 right now, so expanding it to 32, I think that's great. And I'm actually quite interested in the foundation. I would be interested to try that. Pat McGrath coming to Ulta Beauty. Okay. I think it's great, the more brands that can be in both Ulta and Sephora, because I know a lot of people prefer one over the other. So one of the things about Pat McGrath, and I guess I can talk about her new palette, which it's like further down on the page. So part of Pat McGrath being in Sephora and also now at Ulta, I think has really informed her choices on new items. So the new Mothership palette, Sunlit Seduction, it just looks pink, which, so part of this is, it's again kind of one of her most natural looking color stories, and I think a lot of that is probably pressure from being in Sephora and now being at Ulta. I think when you're being sold at more mainstream retailers, they are probably pressuring the brands, or like when they're releasing new products, they need to appeal to more people. Otherwise, they're not going to sell. So I think this Sunlit Seduction is the perfect example. I think it's something that appeals to the masses, but if you are an OG Pat McGrath stan and the Motherships was something that you were looking for because they are so kind of different and unique and has the super special baked shades. This certainly isn't it. And I say that as the Moonlit Seduction is my favorite Pat McGrath palette. And although the 4 shades in there are not the special baked shades, I really enjoy the formula of them because they still provide the glassy, glossy, wet look shine that I really like. So I kind of have a feeling that the 4 special shades in the Sunlit Seduction palette are along the same lines. And I know a lot of people did not like the Moonlit Seduction because of that change in formula. But I think that's kind of what's to be expected when you are a brand that's sold at Sephora and Ulta. You need to put out products that appeal to the masses because, I mean, the stores are all about, you want people to shop and buy things from your stores, and the products need to be something that people want to buy. That's kind of all I have to say about that, I guess. Fruit Loops nail polish. I think the colors look really nice. It's Nails Ink. I have some Nails Ink nail polish when I'm not doing gel on my nails, and I use that. I like everything chips on my nails because I am in and out of gloves all day because I work in a lab, so like everything's gonna chip, but the Nails Ink tends to last longer than some other formulas. And I think all of these colors are pretty cool. I just think it's hilarious that it's a collaboration with Fruit Loops. Now I'm just kind of scrolling. Makeup Forever. I feel like within the last couple years they've already reformulated a couple items more than once. So it just looks like all of their now face powders, like highlighters, blushes, contours, they've also reformulated. So that's something. I wonder what makes them do that, because I imagine like Makeup Forever is a brand that's been around for quite a while. They're known for being like a makeup artist brand, and you would think that makeup artists out there, like there's some tried and true formulas out there, and now Makeup Forever just like reformulating things willy-nilly. Like, I don't know, is that because your stuff isn't selling anymore so you want to like freshen it up? I don't know. I think you're alienating people out there who have loved your formulas for years and now all of a sudden changing it. Ugh, is it a good decision? I don't know. Okay, I'm starting to just get to products that have already been out for a little while, so I think I'll one more thing that I want to touch on. The Melt Glazed Skin Sheer Finishing Powder, and they're basically saying that you'll have the glazed donut skin. I'm sorry, but it's a powder. Unless it's some miracle powder, putting a powder on your face is not going to give you donut glazed looking skin. I don't know if they just thought that like glazed donuts, or like the glazed donut, like glazed donut nails and skin and everything, if that was just trending and they're like, let's get on that. Our product that we have coming out is powder, but let's find a way to incorporate the glazed donut. What are you doing? What's going on with Melt? I feel like a lot of their eyeshadow palettes at Sephora have been like heavily discounted, or they've been in the sale page for quite a while, and some of them aren't even sold there anymore. So are they being phased out of being sold at Sephora? But then their like newest palette, that electric whatever, I think is being sold at Sephora. So what's going on there? I don't know. But this glazed donut skin powder, that ain't it. Okay, yeah, I'm mostly just getting to products that have already been out for a while and that I feel like I've seen quite a bit, so it's not really new. So I think I'm going to stop there. All right, thank you for watching and listening to me blab on about new makeup. I hope it was at least entertaining for you. Is there anything that I talked about that you want to try or that you've already gotten and have tried? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. That's all I've got. Bye.